Well, there's Big O Barnett. He's just sitting down at Nancy Pelosi's desk. What's the big deal? He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't break anything. The door was left wide open by the cops, and he walked in. Well, the feds made a federal case out of it, literally. Let's see. Convicted 8 charges relating to January 6th, sentenced to 4.5 years in jail starting last August of 2023. 1 year and 6 months before he was pardoned. Congratulations, Big O Barnett. We can take that guilty thing down. You are officially forgiven, I think, by the government, by everybody, like it never happened. How you doing, Big O?
Oh, man, what a great time to be alive. And I'm so happy I could be a part of it. I've got a lot of anger issues to work through. I mean, I've been through hell. But I'm telling you what, I wouldn't give it back for anything. Man, we are turning around. And, hey, how about that President Trump and America First representatives taking care of us? You know, we the people, we're the government. And now we got some reps that will do what we ask them to do.
It's pretty amazing. Hey, when did you actually get out of jail? Were you in jail all the way up until Inauguration Day?
Yes, actually, he signed the paperwork that evening, and due to the law, which we need to talk about, but due to the laws, they had me out by midnight. Once I was a civilian, they could no longer hold me in custody, so they had to have me out by midnight.
How does it feel? How long were you in custody, and what was it like in there?
Well, I was in custody for about 1 year and 8 months. Of course, previous to my trial, I was in D.C. for another 4 months. You know, it's tough. I mean, you have to gut it up. You have to keep hope. You have to keep faith and just move on with your life. I'm not going to say it was easy, but it was survivable. And I'm a pretty tough cookie, so, you know, I didn't have too many problems in there. I think the worst trip was back in D.C. D.C. was rough.
Now, let me take a look at you at that desk. And by the way, this is one of the iconic images of January 6th. And some people are horrified by it. Some people, I think, well, people like me who are a bit more mature and can handle it and know the backstory and know and have seen the video of everybody being allowed in. You say you're positive. You're positive. You're glad all of this happened. Tell us why. How did this turn out to be a good thing in the end?
Yeah, you know, I can only hope that myself and over 1,600 other J6ers showing up that day for Trump, because he asked us to be there, and supporting our country, I'm hoping that was one of the reasons that the rest of America woke up and saw the corruption and the destruction that was happening to our country. I hope we were the first line that drove us to the goal. And I believe in my heart we were. And so as hard as it's been, as much as it would have been nice for it not to have happened, had to happen, you know, I have no regrets.
Did they try to get you in trouble for the stamp? You like took a stamp, you left the quarter behind on the stamp. What about the stamp?
Okay, this is so ridiculous. It wasn't actually a stamp. It was an empty envelope. Which, by the way, I need to have some conversations with Doge, because that envelope anywhere else would have been about a 10-cent envelope. But apparently, since the government bought it, it was a $20 envelope. I left 25 cents on the, I'm not going to bleep this. I left 25 cents on the bitch's desk.
Uh-oh.
You know, basically to pay for that envelope because I had blood on it. And I didn't feel good about leaving it behind. They made a huge issue out of it. You know, I paid for it. I didn't know that the government was wasting our money to the point that taxpayers had paid $20 for an empty envelope.
Hey, man.
You know, but so be it.
Just a couple of weeks. Just a couple of weeks prior, we saw people burning down buildings, right? We saw people burning down buildings.
Exactly. You know, people don't even realize this about me. They don't even know why I went. For a year, I watched BLM and Antifa burn our country down. Kamala Harris, our vice president, had a GoFundMe to raise money to get them out of jail. They were dragging old people out of the cars on the interstate and beating them up. Nobody was defending them. Nobody was coming to the rescue. The government was just totally abandoning any innocent civilians. There was murders, there were rapes, there were buildings burnt down. They were burning down their own neighborhoods. A 70-something-year-old black man in front of his store, retired police officer, they murdered him. BLM murdered him in their own neighborhood.